Welcome back to another episode of This Old Boat. In this week's video update, things are going to get worse before they get better. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Alright, our plan for right now, we're going to try and follow the Sharpie pen mark here and take this piece out. There's a lot of action going on here. Let's see what we have. Ooh. There. A little wet back here. And that's where it appears to be wet. So what I'm thinking about doing here is I'm thinking about leaving that as a bridge across the bulkhead. Is we might just end up leaving like a 2-inch strip of this plywood. We'll probably peel that off and then we'll saturate it with penetrating epoxy. So far I'm not really impressed with the quality of Endeavour, their boat building processes, but hey, what do I know? Alright, and so here we are, back in our favorite area again. And then now we're working on the second panel, and it's actually going to be a pretty nice fit also. Oh yeah, see? It's kind of cool, huh? So if this little intro piques your interest, come on in and watch the whole video. We hope you like it. Welcome back to another exciting and thrill-filled adventure with DIY Nautical Dream. Okay, maybe that was a little over the top. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get our next video started.
Hi guys! Welcome back! If you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. And please watch our video from the very beginning up until the end. Perfect!
In case you missed it in last week's video update, we wanted to do a check fit of this piece of plywood. This is a very forward piece. We're going to check fit that and see how it goes. And you know how it goes. Things don't always work out the way we hope they would. And in this case, we run into a bit of a snag. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on here. What's the holdup? Wow. That's actually a screw coming through up on the upper deck. I wonder what's up there. Hopefully it works. I think we're pretty good. So I'm happy with that. This is going to be a nice fit. We pretty much have what we want. A little bit of experience from working on the galley side paid off this time. After we got that all sorted out, it was time to remove those 2 pieces of scrap wood back there just forward of the bulkhead. Need to get those out. We're going to make some new ones. Alright, so we went ahead and put on our first coat of bilge coat paint. Better than the bare fiberglass. Went ahead and prepped our panel that's going to go in there. A heavy coat of penetrating epoxy on it, on both sides, edges, ends, everything. So it's totally sealed, so moisture can't get in it. And then it slides into place. After that, it was time to take those 2 pieces of scrap wood that we removed just forward of the bulkhead and make those into 1 piece. So that's what we're going to do now. Get ready to cut that out. So in case you missed last week's video and you like this sort of thing, go back, give it a watch, check it out. We hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below.
Hi guys,
welcome back.
I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Rich.
Together we make DIY
Nautical Dream.
So we are back to our project again, honey.
Oh yeah,
What we got going on this week?
This week we're going to fit that midsection of plywood. We want to get that piece fitted, and hopefully we can get it all protected and coated with epoxy and everything like that, and have that waiting to be installed. So we just never know how it's going to fit until we actually get a chance to try it out on the boat.
And we find a lot of condensation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was one of the nice things we found when we came back to the boat. Just all kinds of water droplets up in that overhead cavity. So that's going to be an area of concern until we get insulation in there. So
yeah, so that's a really good idea of insulating it.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
job, honey.
Yep. When we get there.
And sneak peek inside overhead cavity.
Oh yeah. When we're doing the test fitting, we'll pop our head up in there and show you guys what it looks like. So
how do you pop your head? Like that?
So,
oh, wow.
When I was looking up in there, I noticed there's a lot of room. So that's
that's good.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I think that's a great spot to store all your shoes and stuff like that. So
Lucky me.
Probably keep that in mind. Yeah. Either that or that's where we'll put all of our money. So
Oops.
hide the valuables.
And time to cut out the rotted plywood at the forward bulkhead.
Yeah, we're going to cut that plywood out, that rotted section that's just right in front of the bulkhead. So we need to use a lot of caution there, because that's a dangerous area. That bulkhead is critical, and we don't want to do anything that's going to cause us to have to do any bulkhead repairs.
Oh yeah.
So we'll use a lot of caution there, but we'll see how that goes. When we get that out, we expect that's going to be a very rotted mess in there. So we'll see how it goes. We'll show you. All right, so we'll come back and show you how far we get and show you our progress. So, see you in a little bit.
Stay tuned.
See ya.
Okay.
All right, our plan for right now is we're going to take this out. We're going to try and follow the Sharpie pen mark here and take this piece out. I'm not sure what happens when we get to the bulkhead, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We didn't deal with this on the other side, so this is kind of a new experience. There's a lot of action going on here. All right, and the hard part. Let's see what we have. A little surprise at the top here. All right, here we go. Ooh. There. A little moisture. A little wet back here.
That's where the bolts are. See?
Oh yeah, we're very familiar with the bolt area. Yep. And that's where it appears to be wet. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah. We got some moisture right there. Okay. Not too bad, but there's a little bit there. This junk here, definitely, man, they always impress me with stuff like this. The high quality of work they put into this boat build, something else. And then back here, not too bad. Mainly just that corner right here. A little bit of moisture there. All right, we'll clean that action out. All right, let's play a little game of Tetris. Or is it Jenga? I don't know which one it is, but it's something where we're putting things together. Let's say that's what we're doing there with that. All right, so we know that's a good fit. What we want to know is, how is this going to fit? Do we need to trim? Is it good as it is? And we can go ahead and put some penetrating epoxy on it. And it's okay if we have a little bit of gaparoo action up here, because we are going to use a very liberal amount of thickened epoxy when we close that out.
So we'll go closer.
It's a little more of a gap than I was hoping for. I could probably
Trim.
Square that up a little bit. All right, that's all we want to do, just a little bit of that. So our thought is, if we clean up the face of this, it'll allow us to come forward just a little bit. We might have to take a little bit off the sides just because it kind of tapers in, but we won't do that yet until we take this off, because for right now we're hitting right here, which is stopping us from coming forward. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take this and square it up. So that's where we're at. Not too bad. Otherwise it looks like it fits in there pretty good. This piece here, which came from back there, we have lots of indications of moisture happening, and that's why we're in here. That's why we're doing this. So we're gonna use this as a template, make a new one. We'll add our extra edge margin on the sides, roughly about a ½ inch on the sides. We'll rough fit it and do like we're doing with the rest of them. So we'll go ahead and take this home and use it for a template. See where the moisture's at all over here? Water's been just hanging out on here for years. And it looks like it's coming from the same area that we had to fix on the other side. Remember doing that, baby?
Yeah.
Over on the rope clutches? Well, it looks like it's leaking in the exact same spot. So we know how to fix that also. My whole thought on right here, so what I'm thinking about doing here is I'm thinking about leaving that as a bridge across the bulkhead, because if you look in here, it's fiberglass to the top of the bulkhead. So I'm not worried about if moisture has gotten to the top of the bulkhead. There just is no sign of it. What we might end up doing is we might just end up leaving like a 2-inch strip of this plywood across the top of the bulkhead, and we'll peel this top layer off here. See that?
that top layer. We'll probably peel that off, and then we'll saturate it with penetrating epoxy to preserve it, and then we'll start cutting some more out on the backside. You know, we'll make it up as we go, but I'm just not sure what we're doing there yet. So all in all, I think it was good that we're getting in here. I debated whether we should, and that debate is over. So I'm glad we're doing it. And yeah, it's a lot of extra work. You can see it's holding up all the closure of the rest of this area, but I'm glad we're doing it now. And so we'll go ahead and clean and paint, and we're going to trim off some of this extra fiberglass tabbing that they did at the factory, and they did a horrible job, but that's kind of the build quality throughout this boat that we've seen so far. So far I'm not really impressed with the quality of Endeavour, their boat building processes, but hey, what do I know? Alright, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to try and take that little bit of edge off here and here, and we're going to use one of our favorite tools, and that's this jigsaw right here. So our hope is to just take that off so that this is a little bit more flush, and we'll butt up against the other panel. So we're going to give that a shot and see how this turns out. Make this a little bit nicer cut. Alright, here we go. Alright, it doesn't have to be pretty, we just want to get it close. We want to get it close to being pretty. So we'll see how that turned out. So that's not too bad. See that? We can live with that. And that's not too bad right there. That's a lot better than it was. So let's hit it with the sander, smooth up that, take any slivers off, and then we'll go check fit it. Alright, let's see here. Seems like we could take a little off right here on this corner, and it'll make a lot of difference. So we're gonna hit that just a little bit more. Alright. Oh yeah, see, that made a big difference right there. I don't mind a little bit of a gap, but we don't want an enormous one, you know. We don't want anything like a 1/4 inch. So I think we're alright. We'll see how it fits up against the other panel, but it should be alright. So that's what we have. Nothing too fancy, but we're not looking for fancy, we're just looking for functional. So this is why we want to insulate this up here. See the water drops? All over. Up there too. And that's from humidity and condensation inside the boat. It just loves to form in these areas, and so that's why we like to insulate up in here, because you know, once we close this area up, there's no way for this moisture to get out, and hopefully it doesn't continue to do that. Yeah, anywhere it gets trapped, it seems like it puddles or starts to drip. So I'll show you what I mean here. Right here, see that? Watch. Water. See? Just waiting to start damaging things again. We're not insulating today, but we will insulate, and hopefully we'll stop that from happening. Alright, and so here we are, back in our favorite area again. And so you can see, this panel here is a really nice fit. And then now we're working on the second panel, the middle panel, and it's actually going to be a pretty nice fit also. So we just finished trimming that little edge off here that was kind of not real flush, so we straightened that out a little bit. Show you what we're looking at here. So we're looking at, if we really want to be picky about it, we could take a little off from here to here and a little off from here to here and close this gap up just a little bit more. We'll probably just sand on it a little bit more on the edges there, but otherwise we have our little, put our alignment marks in there where everything is supposed to line up, we will take this down and put some penetrating epoxy on it. Hopefully it'll set up, so next time when we come back, it'll be ready to start installing. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, see? It's kind of cool, huh? Yeah, we got to dry this area out before we can even put our insulation in there. And then what I'm thinking about doing for here, the area that's right over the top of the bulkhead here, I'm thinking about just leaving this strip here in place and getting on the back side of the bulkhead and cutting it and just leaving the thin strip of the original plywood in there. We'll dry it out really well. We'll saturate it with penetrating epoxy and then seal it up so that it doesn't have a chance to do that again. We'll probably peel that first layer of delaminated plywood off, and then we can really get some penetrating epoxy in there, saturate it really well, and then we'll just leave it. I don't want to mess with that going over the bulkhead. Seems like it's doing all right, but we got to clean this up. All this stuff here, yeah, we got to get rid of all that. These little pieces hanging here, all that stuff, need to clean that up for sure. Yep. Then we need to take these bolts out on the rope clutches up above and rebed all that. We have a lot of steps up ahead of us that we need to do. Same thing we had to do on the other side. It's not a fast area. But we did the same thing over here and it turned out really good. Yeah, this will come out pretty easy. See that? I drew a line on each edge so we see how much edge margin is actually engaged on the flange. So this side obviously has a little bit more than that side does, but either way, it's going to be plenty. We're going to fill up the extra voids with penetrating epoxy up inside that flange, so it'll be good to go. And this is totally non-structural anyways. You hear me say that a lot, but it's really not structural. Some of these boats had port lights or port hatches cut into here, and these areas were left open on some of the boats, so it's not structural. But it doesn't hurt to have it strengthened up, and that's what we're going to do. Alright, we have a pretty good fit now, and I don't know how closely you guys are paying attention or not, but we just made a new one of these out of higher grade plywood. The other plywood we had was already starting to delaminate and fall apart, and we haven't even installed it yet. So we went ahead and made it out of a piece of higher grade plywood, and we just made an exact copy of it. So anyways, we closed up our gap on the forward edge here like we wanted to, and we added just a tiny bit more edge margin on this side, and it's gonna be just fine. We're gonna get this treated with penetrating epoxy, and we'll have it ready to be painted on the top side and all that, hopefully ready to install next time we come here. Yeah, see? Nothing too fancy, but this is an exact duplicate of the one that we just showed earlier. So it took about 5 minutes to make another one. And you see we added a little bit extra edge margin over here. So if we wanted to, we can slide this side over just a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, if we want to, and we probably will do that, slide it over just a little bit like that, and we'll draw a new line and see how much more edge margin we get out of it. By doing that. Might not be worth it, we'll see. Alright, let's take it out and see what we got. Adds just about 1/8 of an inch more, 1/16 maybe. Anyways, we're happy either way. It's going to get bonded in there and then fiberglass tabbed in place and all that, so it's not going to go anywhere. So So we'll get ready to make some penetrating epoxy.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos. We really appreciate it.
Alright, so that middle panels looks really good and fits really well, huh?
Yeah, it fits pretty good. And then that section we cut out just forward of the bulkhead there, oh man.
Lots of moisture.
Yeah, a lot of rot and a lot of moisture in there. So we're doing the right thing, because I had thought about leaving that and decided to take it out anyways. So that was a good thing. But we're just not sure what we're going to do on that little bridge section going across the bulkhead. I don't know how we're going to repair that yet. If we're going to leave that, try to coat it with epoxy, fiberglass over it, just not sure. So we're going to have to think our way through on that one. But at least we got that one section cut out. And also, you know, working in that area, we found another leak. So we got repairs to do in there.
Like always.
Yeah, and you can see all that fiberglass hanging out in there. I don't know who put that in there. They might have been in a hurry to go to break, or it was holiday, or they came in on a Monday hungover, but that fiberglass they slapped in there did no good. So we'll have to cut all that out and clean it up and do something better in there.
Overall, it's another good progress.
Yeah, we're making progress, slowly but surely. It's going to get a little bit worse before it starts to get better.
Better, yep.
And we know that, and you guys just kind of hang in there, see us through on this one. We'll get it. We're going to turn it back into a thing of beauty. Yeah, we'll get it there. It just takes us a little while. We got to think our way through it. We don't want to rush.
One day we will sail, and then we're gonna invite you guys.
Yeah, come on down.
Join us.
Hang out for a barbecue or something, right?
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below.
Right here. Cling, 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 cling. And we just want to say welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you to all the longtime subscribers. We appreciate each and every one of you. It's nice to see the channel growing again. We kind of went through a slow spot there for a little while, but now it seems like we're getting more and more new subscribers. We just really appreciate that. So thanks again. And we want to say thank you to our two channel supporters, David and David, both financial supporters of the channel.
DD.
Yeah, if you guys want to be a channel supporter, we would greatly appreciate it. And you know, if not, that's fine too. Just try to watch us all the way through. Watch the commercials. That'll help support us a little bit. But yeah, just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching and supporting, commenting, and hitting that like button.
Yep. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yep, thanks.
All right, so stay tuned, guys. See you next week.
See ya. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's it, guys. See you next time. All right, action. Take 20.
Dang, if I only hit record. Man.
I think you did.
Okay.
Anyways, so stay tuned, guys. Oh. Okay, do it again.
Yep.
Hi,
Hi
guys.
guys.
Welcome
back. That's a good one.
I like it. And action. Live on the set.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back.
Okay. Played right into that one, didn't I? Okay. Take two. All right, it looks like it's turning out pretty good, baby. What do you think?
No, what do you think? Did we record it?
Hang on. Not yet.